Oh wow, we're live. Hello, what's up everybody sa Vlogger fam, sa Vlogapalooza. It is a beautiful Tuesday. Of course, that means it is Tutorial Tuesdays, pero today is also December 8th, so if you guys are, following Catholicism, I guess today is also the solemnity of the Immaculate Conception. So if you guys just wanna send out the prayer, since we can't go to mass, syempre today is it's the Christmas season. It is 17 days until Christmas. So we have to, for us Catholics, it's a good time to give thanks to God, to Mama Mary, for all the blessings that we have received, despite the fact na pandemic nga ngayon na naka-quarantine tayong lahat. We always want to pray for our safety and for the health of everyone around us, and syempre for our whole country. But moving on to learning something new, I guess. Today is Tutorial Tuesdays, and we were here last time learning how to gift wrap gifts. I guess for me, it was learning how to wrap gifts because I have no idea how to do that at all. I always struggle with these kinds of tutorials because I'm not a very good design person. So I'm kind of detail oriented, but I don't know how to do them. So it's always something new for me to learn about designing things, especially for the Christmas season. So today is very special because, again, in the theme of having beautiful Christmases during the pandemic, we're going to be learning how to set our tables for Christmas creatively, of course, with the help of some very special people from the Detalye Design Group. Of course, I am talking about Miss Mrs. Peachy de Guzman and Sir Aaron Paglikawan from the
Hi!
Detalye Design Group. I hope I introduced you guys correctly.
Yeah, tama.
We got to chat a
Perfect.
bit background, and I am so happy to be here with you guys. Medyo kinakabahan ako kasi hindi naman talaga ako again, as I said, I'm not very good at designing, so I will have to take every single word that you have to say as fact. Kasi wala akong input dito, but you guys are experts, of course. I learned from backstage that you guys have been working for about 7 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Let us.
our company
Uh huh.
is 7 years na, but we've been working since 2000 because that's the year that we graduated.
Okay. Yes, of course. It's been a while for you guys, so um, you guys are experts na talaga. But let us know how you guys got around the Tally Design Group, how that your company came about, and working together.
Iyan ka magta. Ikaw na magkwento. Okay, so I mean a backstory about our company.
Mm-hmm.
We actually started when we were in college.
Mm-hmm.
So the Talent Design Group was a brainchild of four interior design students from the University of the Philippines. So
Oh
that
wow.
yeah, that being me, of course, Aaron, and two other friends named Nuyen and Larissa. So anyway, but back then, of course, we're just doing stage design, or we're helping out HRM students with their what do you call that, Aaron? Yung when they set up,
Thesis.
yeah, thesis, restaurant, design, parang ganon. And then, after 13 years, we decided to put up a company, a design company. So, together with our other friend, Erin, Aquino, so we put up and my husband, Osric de Guzman, we put up the Tally Design Group. So, we started 2013, and then now we're 7 years strong. Well, yun. That's like a brief backstory of our company.
Okay. So I will yeah, I'm gonna say that I am currently experiencing some technical difficulties. But I did understand that you guys are from you all met in the University of the Philippines, which is currently where I go to school as well. So we are all iscos in this live stream right now. And it is so great to hear about that. I was a student for I when I entered the University of the Philippines, I started with BS architecture. That was my first
Ah,
course, and then I realized that that was not for me very quickly after just a semester. So I had to get out and move to communications, where I fit a little bit more in. But it's so nice to hear your story together. But I do want to hear that because syempre ngayon iba na yung kalagayan ng mundo. It's a very different working environment for all of us. I just want to know, how have you guys been during this whole pandemic? Syempre it's been essentially the whole year na ganito tayo. How personally, how have you guys been, and how has that changed the business that you guys have had?
Oh well, let me answer that. Well, it's a very challenging environment actually. Like right now, we are still working a lot. Most of our week we work from home, so
Mhm.
medyo challenging talaga siya. But I guess we are surviving, and there's no reason to stop, I guess. And but we need to continue and move forward.
Of course, of course. We don't really have a choice, diba? We have to every day fight, I guess, is how I
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
have to put it right now. But have you guys encountered new syempre, what type of things do you guys design normally? The Tayo Design Group, what do you cater to?
We do, of course we do general interior design, but
Mm-hmm.
our I would say our specialization would be on the side of the commercial design, specifically
Mm-hmm.
retail design. So
Okay.
around 70% of our projects are retail design, and then
Mm-hmm.
around 30% would be the others like residential and office design. So yon, medyo madami-dami na kaming nagawa na
Mhm.
tindahan.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if I may add, we also do styling, Christmas styling to be exact. So every December, we also have clients who commissions us for for Christmas decors, for styling their homes for the holidays, ganon.
Mm-hmm.
So pero most of those are actually residential
Mm-hmm.
project.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I was actually checking your website out, detallerdesignGroup.com. I'm sure you guys have even more stuff on your Facebook. But even just looking at this, you guys have done a ton of work. I feel like my mom loves a lot of the stories that you guys have done, which is really great. But how, diba, syempre pandemic ngayon, how has that changed you guys being able to design businesses and homes? Is it the same process now?
Definitely the process is the same in terms of design. Kaya lang yung for example, less na yung mga face-to-face meetings with
Mm-hmm.
clients. So, mostly ang client meeting ngayon would be online or via Zoom, if I can
Uh-huh.
say that. And also, medyo cautious kami ngayon kapag sa mga site visits because, uh, kailangan din sigurado ka na, I mean, even the workers na madadatnan mo sa site are also practicing the safety
Of
precautions like
course.
we are in face mask at saka yung mga
Uh-uh.
face shields. So yung mga ganon. But ano pa rin naman, well, I think medyo, hindi, it's not definitely back to normal, but
Mm-hmm.
it's slowly going back. So, which is a good sign actually.
Okay, so yeah. Thank you so much for that. But I do just want to remind everyone that since we are very much live on the Blogapalooza Facebook page, I just want to encourage anyone who's watching to drop your comments, your questions. We'll try our best to answer them, syempre, because we do have a very, very reliable set of people who can answer your questions. You guys might not have this opportunity otherwise. So make sure to sound off on the comments below kung meron kayong mga questions about designing your homes, designing your spaces, making your homes just a little bit more Christmassy for the Christmas season. So you guys, you Miss Kichi, you did mention being able to style homes for the Christmas season. What are some of the trends that you are seeing this year? Are you guys still able to do styling for Christmas homes, even through the pandemic?
Yes, yes,
Of
Uh-uh.
definitely.
course, yeah.
But of course with safety precautions, di ba?
Yes. So
Uh,
what are the trends now that are showing up? What do people want to
well,
see in their homes?
since it's now harder to get Christmas decors,
Yes.
um, some of our clients, they opt for their old decors. So what we did was to give those decors a new life, no, a new
Mhm.
what do you call that, artistic.
Sometimes we recycle and
Oh, we recycle
repurpose.
their, and yeah, tama. We recycle their old decors. Kasi
Mhm.
nga, yun nga, it's hard now to get more Christmas decors because of some of the stores closing, di ba? So yun. Ano pa,
Yeah.
Aaron?
Sige
Ano ako
nga,
na-add?
another trend that we are observing right now would be the medyo merong mga may mga tao na medyo minimalist yung
Mhm.
nagiging Christmas styling right now. What I mean by minimalist is maybe an edited version of their decoration. Medyo mas focus right now. For example, just use Christmas balls and lights, and that's it. Sa design community, sometimes you call it purist. Alam mo yun, yung
Mhm.
pure, very pure. So that's also a trend that we are looking right now. Another trend would be yung going back to nature. Alam mo
Ah,
naman, marami tayong mga
Mm.
plantitos at mga plantitas. So
yes.
that trend is definitely translated into Christmas styling, even
Mhm.
for tablescape, like Christmas table styling. And then another trend probably would be the DIY, yung do it yourself. Kasi nga,
Mhm.
di ba, everybody is at home and they have the time to do the props themselves instead of buying them. They are doing the props themselves, and it's also a good way of bonding with your family, diba? Yeah.
Yeah, that's so interesting that you've said that because the last time I was here on Tutorial Tuesdays, we had Miss Ruby Limhap from the Wrap Shop. And she was talking about the current trends in gift wrapping ngayon. And she said na it's very popular ang color white with the wrappers now. And also yung rustic na merong mga dried flowers, dried leaves, yung mga
Yes.
twine. So in a way, it kind of ties up with also what's in now. If they're not reusing what they already have and giving you life to it, it's medyo mas bear down, no? It's more natural, mas naturey yung feel ng mga designs ngayon. That's interesting to see. That's nice. That's nice. So even throughout different aspects of our Christmas, gifts and designs, medyo nagkakaroon pa rin ng similar themes ang mga tao with what they want. But of course, we are here to talk about table settings, especially for Christmas. And can you tell us a little bit more about what you should keep in mind when you are planning table settings?
Okay, so there are several essentials now to keep in mind. So number one, and I think it's the most important one, is theme. So
Mm-hmm.
why theme? Because you need to be in a certain direction when doing your Christmas decors. So everything has to be coordinated, diba? So when you say theme, you can either make use of your existing Christmas decors at home. I mean, not you can actually mimic your Christmas decors at home for your table setting, for your table decorations. Or maybe if you really don't want to do that, you can just put same elements. Like for example, color. If your theme for Christmas decors in your house is red and green, you can actually use those colors for your table setting. What else? So anyway, when I say theme, it's very, very
Mm-hmm.
important because it dictates a lot of things. It also can dictate your menu for
Mm-hmm.
your holiday feast, diba? So,
Yes.
for example, your theme for the holidays is traditional, diba? Traditional green and red. So your menu can also be traditional, like your family heirloom recipes, diba? So parang ganon. And then, of course, you can also tawag dito, associate, or you can also what do you call that? Nawawala ako, I'm sorry. You can also use the same theme for all your for example, if you're going to give out Christmas invitations, your giveaways,
Mm-hmm.
diba? So, I mean, you know that every party naman na ginagawa rin natin is something like that. And then what else? Oh, and you can also make your celebration like a multi-sensory holistic experience. So how do we do that? We also do, for example, we also make use of pipe-in music na katulad din ng
Okay.
team mo, di ba? Or we can make use of candles, scented candles, or but you diffuse essential oils
Yes.
na nakakabit din ng team mo. And what else pa ba? When you say sa team. So I guess that's about it. Wait,
Yeah.
can I share yung kodigo?
No, it's okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Ako rin, meron akong kodigo sa side.
Oh,
To make sure that I'm on
and
track.
another one that's really, really important is
Uh-huh.
your team will also dictate what kind of flatware, like your utensils, di ba? What kind of plates, what kind of, basta everything that you will use for the table setting, it will dictate everything. For example, you opt for a minimal look. Of course, you have to make use of simple, streamlined design for your mga glasses, diba, for your cutleries and all that. Or if you wish to make use naman of like a carnival look, you can make use of colored glasses, colored plates, so something like that. So yun.
Okay.
I can't stress enough na kung gaano ka important yung theme. You need to go in a certain direction, in one direction, diba? So yun. So sorry, medyo mahaba to. Fun
No,
na.
it's okay. Okay lang, okay lang. We're here to learn po. The more knowledge you give, the more thankful we are.
Okay. So anyway, so the second essential factor that you also need to consider is the comfort and convenience of your guests. So why do I say this? So of course, you need to make like a preparation before the event itself, diba? You have to, when I say preparation, you have to check all the things that you will use, like the plato, the utensils, the serving dishes. So you check it. Number one, if it's still okay, if there are chips, if it has stains, if it's broken. If it's broken, you need to replace it. Or if there's something that, make an inventory, or if you need to buy something pa para your team will be like holistic, you need to buy it, diba? So you make an inventory of what you have. And added to that, under consideration and convenience of your guest, you might also want to consider your guest who has special needs. For example, somebody who has a family and they will bring their kid. Of course, you have to provide for a high chair, diba, for their kid, or like for an elderly who can't, sit on a hard chair for a long time. No, you need to give them like a cushioned seat or whatever. So parang ganon. So ano pa ba? Medyo mabilis pa ako magsalita.
Okay
Tell
lang
me.
po.
Wait lang. Oh yeah, another thing about pala, I need to say another thing to consider, and this is really important, is the tablecloth.
Okay.
So probably you might want to consider getting something na has texture, di ba? Para maiba naman, and something that na hindi nagka-fall off the table, di ba? So, my tip lang is, for example, it's like an informal event, a casual dinner. So the drop from the edge of the table to the floor, the drop of the tablecloth should be like around 6 to 8 inches.
Okay.
So if it's like a semi-formal event, the drop should be like around 15 inches. But if it's like a formal event, the drop should be up to the floor.
Okay.
So, ganun. May ganun siya. So, yun. Ano pa ba? Things to consider.
What about
Yes.
what about the basic elements of a table setting? Like, what are the things that you have to have, non-negotiables, on the table around you? Syempre, there's already the music, your cutlery, the sounds. What else would you have to have?
Oh, yeah. So in connection to that, I'm about to give you like a small demonstration on the basic on basic table setting, no? So, Aaron, may secretary, may assistant. So, of course, the first thing that you need is a placemat. So, for this demonstration, we'll be using ano tong material na to? Felt placemat. So there. So that's number one, placemat. So this naman, this is like just a basic setting. You can add to
Yes.
it more, or you can make tanggal if you wish, no? Depende on your menu, of
Okay.
course. So anyway, if you're using something like this, a cloth placemat, it's good if you use a charger plate. So this is a charger.
Okay.
So why? Why do you need to use this? So the charger plate actually, so if there are spills, diba, it will prevent yung spills to go sa linens, diba? Sa mga ganito, since it's cloth, it will easily stain. And of course, you know naman our food, diba, sa sa Christmas, it's so fatty. It will be
Yes.
hard to get the stains off. So anyway, so that's the first. So placemat, charger plate, and then we also have your dinner plate. So it's here. And then if you're going to serve salad, you put the salad plate on top of your dinner plate. If you're going to serve soup, you're going to serve soup on top of the salad plates. I mean, soup bowl on top of the salad plate. So here comes the tricky part, the cutleries. So first, dumuna tayo sa right side, okay? So sa right side, first is, here pala. You have to remember to align the bottom of your cutleries dun sa bottom ng plate mo. No, so you align it there. And and when you handle your cutleries, you touch them here in the middle. Don't touch anywhere. So to avoid necessary fingerprints. So there. So you align it there, you put it there. So first is the dinner knife. I'm sorry, not the dinner knife. The first one is the napkin. Okay, I'm so sorry. So napkin. And then the dinner knife and the blade should be facing the plate like this. And then again, align it dun sa plato. And then after that, you have next to the right of the dinner knife, you place your dinner spoon, no? Dinner spoon. So again, it should be aligned and all. And then we don't have a soup spoon, so let's just pretend that this is a soup spoon. So you have to, this is on the farthest right, okay? So there. So on the left side naman, so remember you're going to serve salad, okay? So here, first muna, near the charger plate is your dinner fork. And then your salad fork. Here. So yan. And then, okay, let's do the for dessert naman. Okay, so your spoon. Oh, this one I forgot. You know, if anybody else remembers, just tell me. I forgot which one comes first. But for your spoon, it should be facing the left side.
Okay.
Okay, the head should be facing left side. And then for your dessert fork, it should be facing right side. So that's on top of your set of the plates. So it's gonna be here. And then, so let's go naman to the glasses. So for your glasses, for your drinking glass, for your water glass, it should be on top of the spoons, this part. So you have to put it here. So yan, so there. And then next to it should be the baso for the white wine.
Okay.
So just place it like diagonally on the right. So like this. And then next to it will be the red wine glass. But it's not a red wine glass. It's a white wine glass. But sorry, we don't have the red wine glass. But it should be like here. Next to the white wine glass. No? So let's just do it like this. So I'm thinking, kasi diba, the red wine glass is actually medyo shorter. So I guess it's just for, para maganda lang sa paningin. And then of course you have
pyramid.
I'm sorry, Sean?
Nagiging parang pyramid yung heights.
Parang gano'n. Parang siya, pyramid yun. So for the coffee cup or coffee mug like this one, so it's just after the red wine glass, no? Solo. So you have to face the ear of the cup towards the user, diagonally towards the user. So something like this, no? I mean, somewhere where you think the user will be comfortable to, to comfortably pick it up, diba? So something like that. And then, oh yeah, you have your bread plate. This can also be your dessert plate, I guess. So you just have to put it here on top naman of the fork, no? Something like this. And then, of course, you'll have your bread knife. So again, the blade should be facing towards the user.
Okay.
So you can place it either horizontally or diagonally like this. So there, that's your basic table setup.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Already learned something new. I thought the charger plate was just like, akala ko parang placemat lang rin siya. Because it's so big. When I see it in the stores, I didn't realize that it had a different purpose than the placemat pa. I thought it was just that and then nothing underneath. Pero, okay, so with the spoon and forks, I know it can be kind of confusing sometimes. But the general rule, does it hold na you start from the outside going inwards?
Yeah, that's the general rule. Outside going inside.
Okay. Okay. So this is the basic table setup na no matter whether Christmas or whether it's a birthday or whatever, this is generally what you would have.
Yeah.
In front of every single user. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
We had a comment a while ago that said, wow, na meron tayong tutorial right in front of us. Yes. And it is very nice, of course. I'm just trying to take it in and trying to memorize it. Marlon Francisco is asking, need po ba i-consider if left-handed yung user? I'm a left-handed person. I didn't realize. I kind of just, as a child, I practiced just you being like right-handed when I eat. But is this something that you have to consider?
Yeah, katulad sinabi ko na before na it's one of the considerations. We just do this because generally right-handed yung mga tao. But of course, if they're left-handed, you adjust to the guest. Diba?
Yeah. So what changes when it's left-handed po? What specific
left-handed other ano lang, baliktad lang.
So even the glasses po will move to the other side.
Yeah. Even the glasses baliktad.
Okay. Sige. Okay. So just honestly, I'm just taking a mental picture of what's happening in front of me. Kasi baka kailanganin ko in the future. Syempre, I want to impress certain people. Baka naman in the future. So when we have guests over again. So thank you so much for this table setup. Let's talk about ano naman. Ideas for centerpieces.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
on that note, give the floor to my friend Aaron.
Okay, sige.
Christmas decor setup.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Peachy, for this basic table setup. Learned a lot already. Processing still, but ready to move on to Sir Aaron's Christmas table setup tutorial naman. Sige.
I'll just remove my stuff so that Aaron can take over.
Sige
Excuse me.
Ayun, so
yeah.
You can remove your
Let us adjust the camera first, okay?
Okay.
So when doing the actual table setup, meaning the Christmas table setup, what you need to consider, as mentioned by Peachy earlier, is that you need to decide already what's your theme, what's gonna be the theme, and what's gonna be the story that you wanted to communicate to your guests. So yun yung pinaka-importante because dapat mag-stick ka to that theme. And ideally, the theme of this table setting is the same or at least aligned with the decoration of your house. Right? So
yes.
Medyo dapat ano siya. Medyo dapat
you can remove your
medyo dapat align siya. Okay. So what we are doing right now is we are making the table a bit bigger.
Okay.
So just make sure that you have your tablecloth And make sure that your tablecloth is also ironed, or kailangan planchahin nyo, kailangan hindi siya
Uh-huh.
gusot. Okay? Kasi that will speak a lot of your style as well to your guests. So dapat maganda siya, malinis, walang mancha, you
Walang
know,
amoy.
walang amoy. Mas maganda, yeah, walang amoy dapat. Okay, so now if you already have your table, so the first thing that you need to put on as a table setting, ang mangyayari naman dito is from the middle of the table
Mhm.
out. So from the
Okay.
inside outwards naman. Okay? So mag-start ka talaga sa gitna. Okay. But the first thing that you need to put on is the highest. I heard you say talk about the pyramid kanina,
Uh-huh.
Sean. That's
Yes.
a good format to follow actually,
Mm.
because what
Okay.
we wanted is visibility. Kailangan kita yung lahat ng mga props na ilalagay mo. So usually what we do, we're using this. By the way, the theme that we are doing right now is Filipino. So
Okay.
Pinoy, Paskong Pinoy ito. So what we
Yes.
need is we have this abaca mat
Mm.
that we are putting in the middle. And then the first thing you need to put on is the highest and also the focal point. Ito yung ano mo, yung focus or yung focal point mo. So, ang focal point natin ngayon is it's like a ano, a plate of Filipino fruits. So may saging tayo dito at
Apo.
calamansi. And then we have this orchid that we placed on a nice planter, silver
Mhm.
planter. So we put it beside the fruit.
Mm.
Okay? So if you
Okay.
notice, matataas ito, okay? So mag-uumpisa talaga tayo sa matataas, and then we put on yung mga mabababa. So the other one would be uh, we have this we can also, because we wanted varying heights, so we are
Mhm.
using some risers. This is a natural timber that we are using for risers. So ito,
Okay.
lalagyan natin sa likod. And then we are using some recycled bottles. So there, put it, and also the food. If, by the way, if you're doing your styling, your tablescaping, make sure that you consider what food are you going to put
Mm.
on the table. Hindi pwede na ano lang sa panay decorations na lang, tapos wala nang space for the food, right?
Of
So
course.
your decoration should actually support the food
Mm.
that you are going to display on your table. Okay, so right now we have this buko pie that we
Okay.
are putting here.
Sarap.
So yes, very Pinoy, di ba? So we have
Opo.
the buko pie, and then another Pinoy element that we're using would be this, the
Which
ito,
one? This
the
one?
sungka. You know what the
Okay.
sungka is?
Yes. My parents used to try to teach me every time we went to the province. Hindi na ako natuto, pero alam kong may nasusunog na bahay pag naglalaro ng suka.
So right now we are repurposing this. Well, we
Okay.
are not putting it as a sungka, but we are
Aha.
putting it as a decoration
Okay.
there. And to make it more Christmassy, we are putting some silver Christmas balls.
Aha.
Okay. In styling, we also have this rule called the rule of odd numbers. So usually kapag maglalagay ka ng mga elements, usually add numbers, 3,
Okay.
5, 7. So we don't normally use even numbers. So usually add. So we're putting 5 uh, Christmas balls. By the way, for our color palette, we are using just 3 colors:
Mm.
silver, green, and brown.
Yes.
Okay? So we are just limiting it to 3 colors as well. So I don't know if you can see it, but we
Aha.
already use the sungka as the holder of the Christmas balls. Okay,
Yes.
and then we will also use we need to add more heights pa. So we are adding like a lantern. So there. So we have a lantern here. If you
Mm.
notice, even the materials are mix and match of different materials.
Yes.
Because what the idea is that you just get whatever you have in your house, right?
Mm.
You don't have to buy anymore. Okay. So we're putting some a lantern here, and then we are putting some to make it more interesting. We can put more greens leaves. The other one. There. So we can put some leaves here. Better if you can put um, natural. I mean,
Mhm.
real leaves. But from your backyard. Magandang usually ginagamit namin would be if you have kaimito,
Mhm.
kaimito, like the star apple tree.
Apo.
That's a good the leaves are good to use in your styling. Okay, so I think we also need to add more lights here. So we are adding some uh, glasses with the candles. So we
Yes.
can put some here, and then if you wanted some height, sometimes what I do is I put one glass on top of another
Mhm.
glass so that you can add height to your styling. Okay, and then add height here, and then after that, so you're basically done with your centerpiece. The next thing you do is to do your setting. I mean your plates. So what I'm using right now is a placemat, a bamboo placemat
Mhm.
that is aligned with your theme. Okay, and then you have your set here. So this one is a more casual setting, right? So you have your plates on one side, and then you can, and then what I did is instead of putting the napkin on the side, you
Mhm.
can roll it and put some leaves on it, and then put it directly on top of the soup bowl
Wow.
diagonally, and then already put the glass, your water and your wine, and then your yung mga ano mo, cutleries. Yeah. You can still add more like leaves
Mhm.
para lang may konting texture dun sa setup mo. Yeah. Then lastly, of course, you need to light it up because what's good with using candles actually is it makes it more intimate
Aha.
and dramatic. Parang mas maganda mag-dinner with di ba? With candlelight.
Yes, candlelit dinner. Parang it adds to the ambience.
Yes. And that's it. So your
Wow.
Pinoy inspired Christmas tablescaping.
Wow. Okay, it's very very beautiful po. Even in the comments there's a lot of love for the design that you have yung traditional Filipino. Ang hirap po ata na ganyan kaganda yung table kasi mas gaganahan po ata tayong kumain pag Christmas. But yeah, Benji Echalico says, I love the traditional Filipino table setting arrangement. Sobrang ganda nga naman. There's a lot of stuff that I did not expect that you could use. Yung bananas, yung calamansi, yung sungka table. Um, it's all
And the
about
buko
being
pie.
creative and using what we have. And the buko pie, of course. Dessert. Wow. Okay. So, what what inspired you guys to have this design? Of course, syempre yung traditional Filipino, but specifically the color scheme, how you put everything together. What story are you guys trying to tell, and how did you guys come up with it?
Well, as far as this styling is concerned, because we wanted to, be proud of our Filipino roots, right? So instead
Mm-hmm.
of copying what the usually like the Western way of doing Christmas tablescaping would do, might as well be proud of your diba, Filipino roots. But
Of
it doesn't have
course.
to be naman hardcore Filipino using,
Mm-hmm.
natural materials. You can still be Filipino with by making it more personal, diba? So, for example, if you really wanted other colors aside from green and silver, you can go ahead and use it, because what's important with styling is that, specifically Christmas styling, because it's something that the family will be, dining with. So ibig sabihin, you will be conversing together with these decorations. So might as well make it ano din, parang conversational pieces din yung mga ilalagay mo doon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So ganun,
Yes.
so maganda na pag-iisipin mo yung inspiration mo for your theme mo para dun sa Christmas styling mo. Dapat ano siya, personal, very personal.
Mm.
From within, ibig sabihin from within and not from the externals.
Yes. Lalong-lalo na now, most of us are gonna be dining with the people who are already with us in our homes kasi hindi nga tayo makapag Christmas parties and gather
Yes.
in celebration. So you really have to, more than ever, make your designs personal. Kasi tayo-tayo lang rin naman talaga ang nasa bahay. And we want to
Definitely.
celebrate each other, diba?
Yes.
We do have sabi ni Shaira Alia Campo, she's gonna try it, and I want to attempt this too. If you guys want to attempt this or something similar, make sure to post your photos and tag Vlogapalooza and the Talia Design Group wherever you post it. But we do have time for one question, I think, and it's gonna be flashed down here from Donna Mel Donato. How can we upcycle our old decors, or how do we make them look new or different?
Okay, and I guess there are several ways, but one of the yung mga madalas na ginagawa would be to repaint it. Sometimes, for example, if
Okay.
you have some old Christmas balls that you used before, instead of buying a new one, you can repaint it or cover it with a different material. For
Okay.
example, you can cover it with a twine, abaca twine.
Mhm.
Pwede mo siya i-cover nun. Or other materials like paper or recycled plastic, just to make it more interesting, and you can create a different texture to it. Or you can, you can actually put or paste some paper cuttings on an old Christmas ball, and it will definitely be it will look like a brand new Christmas decor.
Okay. So trying to add materials to it or changing its look by painting it, that's some of the ways that people can upcycle your old Christmas decor, generally any decor, for your designs ngayong holidays especially. Can we have Miss Peachy back? Is she still around? Yes. Okay. So unfortunately, we do not have much more time because we packed the episode already with so much information. So I just want to say thank you to the both of you so much for what you've shown us. We've learned a lot. And syempre, I just want to say that I am so happy with the design that you've shown us kasi syempre we want to be proud of our Filipino heritage, our traditions, our culture. So this is such a beautiful way for you guys to display it. But I would like to give you guys the floor on how people can reach you, how they can keep up with the work that you're doing, how they can work with you. Let us know naman where we can reach you.
Okay. So they can email us at detalledesign
Mhm.
detalledesign@gmail.com, or they can actually message us in Facebook. We also have a Facebook page and an Instagram page.
Yeah.
So yun.
Okay.
And the website.
Yeah, and a website, but it's not yet updated.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you talaga
Thank you,
for
Sean.
being here on
Thank you.
Blogapalooza on Tutorial Tuesdays. Because I'm so sure that everyone who watched learned a lot. And maraming ang nag-comment about how much they've learned and how much they like the designs. So I'm sure that marami kaming takeaways from this. And I hope we can make you proud by making our Christmas tables just a little bit nicer this Christmas with what you've taught us. For me, you guys can catch me at Shandalandan on all forms of social media. But more importantly, make sure to check out Blogapalooza on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. They're there everywhere, and there are more Blog and Apps Tutorial Tuesdays, advice episodes, and stuff that you can catch up on. So make sure you guys do that. But thank you so much for joining us today on Tutorial Tuesdays. Till next time, see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Picture na natin.
Sarado natin yung ilaw.